Welcome to Edutree ERP application. Now we shall log in to our website test.edutree ERP. This is our homepage. Now I shall demonstrate the working of library management module of our Edutree ERP application. So we need to click on this library management list. Then here we get list of pages, that is basic information, book details, book transactions and user view. Now before going to add any books to our library management module, we need to add some of the basic information for our module. Here we have category, vendor, rack, penalty, books per user and subject type. So we need to add categories to our library. Category in the sense books, magazines, question papers, charts, journals, etc., which we usually have in our library. So here we already have books. So let's add magazine and give some description. All magazines and save as add. So here we can see that we have added magazine with the description of all magazines. So if you want to change name or description related to this category, you need to click on this edit button. If you want magazine 1, then you can set as update. It is updated successfully with the name magazine 1. So if you want to delete this category, so then you can set as delete. It asks for a confirmation that do you want to delete. If you want to delete, you can set as yes or no. If I click on no, so it won't be deleted. So if you want to delete it permanently, then you can set as yes. It is deleted successfully. Now let's move to vendor. Vendors are the shopkeeper details. Here we can give the details of all the people or the shopkeepers who have given us the books. So we can keep the details of them. So if you want to add a vendor, you can click on this add vendor button. We get these fields. So name, contact number and address are mandatory. Website, description and additional information are optional. So let me enter a name, then contact number, address, website. If you want to add, you can add or else no. So as it is optional, I leave it is added like that only, and I say submit. Here I get the details. Just now I have added Deepa, contact number, website I have not specified, and if you want to know the details of them, you can click on details button. You will get name, contact number, etc., whatever we have added. So then back button to get this table. So if you want to change any details related to this vendor, you need to click on this edit button. So now I will give some website, that is www.deepa.com, and I say it as update. Now you can see that website is updated. So here you can see the details once more. You will get website back. Okay, if you want to delete the details of this particular vendor, then you can click on this delete button. So if you want to delete, say it as yes, deleted successfully. Now we shall move to rack. Rack tab indicates the name of the racks, whatever we have in our library. It helps in searching of any books. So if you don't know where any book is kept, then you can directly go to this page. So what are the racks we have in our library? So let me add a rack called as science, all science books are kept here in a description. Then add it here. It is added. So if you want to change name, so you can click on this and do add. If I want to keep only science 1 books in this rack, then I shall name it as science 1 and say it as update. So this is update. So if you want to delete this rack, if you don't want this name, so then you can change, give it as delete. Do you want to delete this? Yes, it is deleted successfully. Now I shall go for penalty. Penalty details help us when the book is when the student is returning a book, and if he has exceeded the number of days. So when we are issuing a book, we give a specified date to return. So when the student exceeds that date, if you want to apply some penalty amount to that particular student for a particular book, then you can add it here. So if you want to change the amount and the penalty you want to apply it or no, then you want to change it here. You can change it here. So I want the penalty details to be penalty applied to be 5 rupees, and I don't want this penalty to be applied. Okay. So here you have a note saying that on check of penalty, penalty applies for students while returning book based on due dates. So if you check this, then the penalty will be applied when the book is being returned. If it now it is not checked, so the penalty will not be applied. What is fine slab? Fine slab is when the book is being returned, you want some after some days you want this penalty amount to be increased by 1 or 2 rupees, etc. So you want to increase this basic amount after some days. So you can add that details here, that is add fine slab. So now let's add fine slab. So it says that it gives an alert information, that is please check penalty. So this penalty is crossed, that is it is not checked. So before we add any fine slab, we need to check this penalty. So I just told that if you want to change this penalty amount and penalty applies related details, then you need to click on this, then check it, update. It is updated successfully. Now you can easily add fine slab. So after 10 days, I want the amount to be increased by 2 rupees. Then I say it as submit, submitted. Now if I want to view it, we'll get 10 rupees by 2 rupees. 10 days by 2 rupees. Okay. Now let's move to books per user. For employees, that is teachers, librarian, etc., that is for the staff, we can give some maximum number of books quantity, and for some maximum number of days the teacher can keep the book. You can specify that. And if you want to uh, the teacher to keep it for only these many number of days, then you need to check this, otherwise uncheck this. So for student, it is number of books is 2 for maximum of 10 days. And if you want to change these two fields, then you need to go edit. I shall give it as 3 books for maximum number of 10 days and update. It is updated by 3. If you want to change it to once again 2, can specify it as 2 and say update. If you don't want the student that he should take 2 books only for maximum number of 10 days only, you can uncheck this. So if you want the student, if you want a strict library rules in your library, then you can check it as true. You can make it as checked. Then only a student can be issued maximum of only 2 books and maximum of 10 days. Now we shall move to subject type. Here we have different subject types. That is, we get many number of books of different subjects. So we are categorizing them here. So we need to add subject type and say it as add. So if you want to make any changes in the name, then you can go to Kannada, uh, edit and one Kannada one, say it as update. It is update. If you don't want this subject to be uh, there, then you can give it as delete, deleted, deleted successfully. So our basic information is over. Now we shall easily move to book details. Book details, here you can add the books whatever you have in your library. So here you can see that just now we had go see, here we have subject types, racks, vendor and category. So all these information are useful while adding a book. Here we have subject, category, vendor, rack, etc. So now we shall give it as title, system software. I specify it as author. You can specify any author name. Next, publisher, Bosco's, copyright. I specify it as Infonasa. Next, edition. I say it as it is third edition. Volume, like second. These are all the details what we usually give while adding a book. ISBN, I say it as just 100. Price 500. Book year 2017. These are not mandatory fields. The star marked fields are only mandatory. So title, author, publisher, then ISBN, price, subject type, category, vendor, rack, quantity are mandatory. Others are not mandatory. I said that 700 pages. Subject is computer science. Category is it is a book. Vendor is Ganesh. Rack is computer system. That is subject of computer science. It is a book, and we have buy them from Ganesh. He is a vendor. His contact number and the book is kept in computer system rack. As a quantity as 5. We have 5 such books, that is system software written by Gitanjali and published by Bosco. We have 5 quantity in our library. If you want to give any choose a file, you can choose a file. Okay. Here we have a note, that is the generated book numbers can be known in the manage book tab. Here we have manage books. So when we give quantity as 5 and when we say it as save, we automatically generate 5 numbers for those books, 5 unique numbers. So we can know these numbers in this tab. This is what this note say. So now I shall click it as save. So here we have the details related to that book. I say back. So if you want to add one more book to our library, then you can add it here and say it as save. Now I shall move to book details. So here we have the book what we have added just now, system software. Author is Gitanjali. It is categories book. Rack is C. Here it helps us. Rack, if you want to know where the book is kept, rack is computer system in a small image. And if you want to know still additional information about this book, we need to click on this details. We get the details of that book back. So if you want to edit some of the, if you want to change some of the details of this book, then you need to click on this change button, edit. Then you can change any related information. Now let's change the image of the book. I'll keep this and I say it as update, and you can see that it is updated successfully. Now I shall show you the details. So it is updated successfully. Now I will say it as back. So if you want these book details to be taken in Excel file, you need to click on this export. We'll get this Excel. You'll get this systems of data, Gitanjali books and computer system. You'll get that detail. So now let's move to manage books. So now if you want to search any book, so now I shall give it as, just now we have added a book of subject computer science. So computer science, here you have that book, system software, Gitanjali Vasco's, ISBN is 100 and quantity we have given it as 5. So now I say it as manage. Manage this is because if you want to add some more uh, number of books of the same some more books of same title, author and publisher, you no need to go for add books. You directly come to this tab and say it as, see, I'll show it once again. You just need to select the subject and you will get the books whatever we have in by that subject. Here we have that and just say it as manage. So here we have several options, that is if you want to delete any selected book, then you can give it here. If you have lost any book of this subject and you don't want that to be that details to be stored, so you can just come to this tab and say it as selected books can be deleted, select all books will be deleted, and cancel. So if you don't want to delete any book, you can say it as cancel. Add any books, add a session, that is if you want to add some more quantity of this book, then you can add it here. I shall show you one by one. So delete selected book, I didn't select any book and I just said as delete selected books. You will get an alert information, that is please choose at least one book to delete. So you need to choose one book. I will choose here, and here you will get the status also, whether the book is issued or no. You no need to go for every student that say, or else you no need to search anywhere that whether the book is issued, whether it is issued or no, etc. You will get the status here direct. Then no books are still issued of this category, so we can delete here 19.3, so no. So delete book. Do you want to delete? I say it as yes. It's deleted. See, you can see that one book is deleted, so quantity is decreased by 1 and we had 4. So now I want to add 2 books of this type. See, you can see here 19.1, 19.2, 19.3 is deleted. Now I want to add 2 of this book. So I set as add, I can specify it as 2 and set as add. See, now you can see it before it was 4, now it is added by 2. Now I shall show you 19.3 is deleted, 19.6 and 19.7 are added. These are also not issued. This is how we can add any books or delete any books if you want. Delete all books just deletes all the books. So just now I have added. If you want to delete that, you can go for delete all the books. So I'll show you. Delete all the books. All books will be deleted. Please check whether the books are issued. Do you want to delete? So if any of the books are issued, then here you get the issued status whether it is issued. If it is issued, you will get that as yes. So then we say that please check whether the books are issued. And if you still want to delete the book, you can click on yes. Now I don't want to delete that book, so no, then cancel. You will still get this table. Now I shall demonstrate you how a book can be issued and returned in this module. So here we have book issue, that is issuing a book to a student or an employee. Return a book, uh, when the book is being returned, how to get those details. Then renewal a book, if you want to renewal a book, so you can click on this tab, book transactions. Here you just get all the transactions whatever you have done, that is all the books issued and the return details with the book number, image, author, book name, issued to whom you have issued, their name, and then issue date when you have issued it, due date when is the due date, and lastly is return. So here you can see that some of them, some of the details are in green color, some of them are in red color, and some of them black. So I'll just give you the difference. So this green color indicates that, see, issue date is 27, due date is 6, and today's date is 4. So these are green. That is, still they have 2 days to return the book. These are the books which are written, so we no need to concentrate much about them. So now I'll give the description of why it is in red color. Now you can see it as 12. The book is issued on 12 March. Then due date is 22nd March, but today's date is 4, 3rd April. So return date is over. That is, due date was 22nd. So it is in red color. By this color combination, you can easily know the book status. So now I shall demonstrate how to issue a book. So you need to select user type, whether user is a student or an employee. I'll choose it as student. Standard, which standard he belongs to. 1. Section A, I shall choose it as Anita AR. Maximum number of books are issued. Maximum number of books we had specified it as 2 in our basic information page. This page totally helps us in issuing a book and everything. Student, maximum number of 2 books and for 10 days. So that student is already issued. So I shall choose second standard A section Akshay A Akash AS. So when we click on the user, we get a table like this: book number, book name, author, publisher, issue date. Issue date is usually set to today's date, that is 3rd April 2017, and due date you can give it as. Now 19.1, when I give the number, so when you are issuing a book, the student already has that book. That is, he goes into the library, bring that book to you and shows it to you. So automatically you will be knowing the book number. So you need to enter the book number here and just press it outside. You will automatically get book name, that is system software, author, you no need to sit and write every details of that book, author Geetanjali, publisher Bosco, issue date is already it was set, that is 3rd April, due date, how this due date is calculated. So in this basic information page we had specified that two books for student, maximum number of 10 days. So today is 3rd April. So after 10 days, that is 13th April, the student needs to uh, give that book. That is, he needs to return that book. So if you want issue one more book, you can go to add book. So I will give it as 19.2, and you just press outside, you will get the details. So it is also set to 4. If you want to change, you can change it here, second, and just press outside. It is automatically set decreased by 1 date. Now if you want to change it to, I shall change it to March 21st. It is 31st April. Now I say it as submit. Okay, see here, 19.1, it is set. The due issue date I have given it as 21st March. Due date was 31 March, that is 10 days gap. 19.2 system software. Today, that is 3rd April, and the due date is 34. Now you can click it on OK. So if you want to issue one more book, then you need to select all these issue, details. Okay. Now I'll go for book return. Now we want to return a book. So now I'll choose it. Just now I had issued a book. I'll choose that only. Student. I know the number also. 19.2. I will first return second book. So I'll show you the difference. Okay. I need to just give the book number and just tap it out. You will get book name, system software, author. You no need to enter here also. Publisher, and issue date was 3rd April, and due date was 13 April. And here return date is automatically set to today's date. If you want to change the details, you can change. So see, issue date, due date. So if you want to change it, you can change. Now to demonstrate you how the penalty will be applied, now I will change it to, it is 13. So I will change the return date to 15 and say it as add. Penalty applies because the due date is exceeded. See here, you will get the details. Book number is 19.2. Book name is software, system software. Issue date was 3rd April 2017. Due date was 13, but I returned it on 15th, and our penalty amount was 5. So 5 into 2 days difference is 15 minus 13 is 2. So we get it as penalty amount is as amount as 10. So if you could not pay the penalty fully by 10, if you add it as 5, you need to enter the reason. So I just give it as health issues and say it as return. Submitted successful. So if you still want to add any return some of the books, you can return. Now I shall move to renewal book. So if you want to renewal the same books, that is if you want to extend the due days of the same book, if you want to keep the same book with you, you can go for, you need to select whether whether the user is a student or an employee, then standard. I'll go just what I have issued now, A section, Akash. So just now he returned 19.2 book. So now we have 19.1 book. Now you can see that issue date is 21/3/2017 and due date was 31/3 and 17, and today's date is 3rd April. So if I click on renewal, see now here we get it as due date was 31/3/2017 here. Please return the book. So please return the book. So you cannot renewal the book. So when he goes to return that book, automatically penalty will be applied. This is how this happens. So now book transactions, I automatically I showed it first only how it is. Now I shall show you. See, 19 he written that. Yes, we can have the details. Now I shall show the user view. That is how the student and employee can log in by his username and password and see the details of him, library details. I shall know the so for that we need to log in by the student credentials username and password, and we need to check that. So now we shall move to timetable module. Okay, this is how library management works. Thank you.